Last time on Lawful Stupid, this evening you find yourself in a little glade surrounded by statues.
All of them are facing inward, except for the black.
I think this is the Void's Bane designers.
I'm gonna try to give it a turn.
From where you stand, a subtle glow turns about it. You'll notice that there is a blue ribbon tied around in her hair.
All right, so I pull this ribbon free. There's supposed to be a coin in this fountain.
You'll see one.
I reach down and try to grab it.
And it just seems stuck like glue. The only ones glowing that you know of is to the south and to the north. The other ones, you'll notice they're all holding an object of some sort.
I think I would like to inspect the green statues.
We have the Renewal Herald, the Gentle Breeze, and the Blossom Sorceress.
I put mushrooms in baskets and now statues are glowing.
You'll see the figure in the fountain in the middle has her hands clasped together.
I think that she may be holding the watch in her hands.
All right, 4, 5, and 6.
This would be the Ember Weaver, Bloom Song Siren, the Radiant Sunlow.
Upon putting the fire in the little bowl thing up there, the statue does seem to have a little glow about it. You'll move on to the next set.
It's the Golden Harvest, the Balance Keeper. And this one here is the Twilight Wanderer.
Well, let's try a coin as you mentioned before.
Yeah, they'll all flicker for you, but they'll turn on.
Ah, weary is the head that wears the crown of the Icy Sovereign. The Silent Guardian. And this is the Northern Star.
You do your best to get water in there, and it starts to glow a bit more brighter as the last one gets the last few drops. The hands of the woman in the center open up.
Maybe you could grab it now.
I got it.
A prismatic watch. Oishin, would this help you?
No, it would not help me. It's just a starter for the next god.
I kind of thought we were on a mission to save your life.
I did say the task was to get these for the next god. From what the prophecy gave me, I mean, Ishal Shanta might be able to tell you more. He lives towards the south.
Well, then it seems like our natural trajectory is to go see Ishal Shanta.
Have we thought of putting all of these together?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
As you hold these 3 objects together, there's a flash of light. Oishin will look over. It's like, it might not be a great idea to have all 3 together. And as you guys kind of like chat and things, Oishin will kind of like stop, and you guys feel like a pulse and a wave. And you guys blink, because now you're seeing yourself from somebody else's eyeballs.
I don't like this.
Well, wild magic is usually temporary, so it shouldn't be all too long, but gentlemen, it might be time. Oishin, he sits at this fountain, like his head leaning up, and then suddenly you see him go to clutch at his chest with both his hands, and a wave of magic takes over, and you guys are now seeing out of each other's sights. And tiredly, haggardly, he looks at the lot of you, and he's just, after some of your conversation, just goes, I think it's about time.
Time for what?
The time?
You're dying now?
I need to give you your magic back.
I mean, I'm gonna...
Like all of it? Or just like a little?
What I can give back. He'll, like, put his hand out.
Oh, alright. This again. Listen, you're gonna give it back, though. And not take it again.
I cannot.
Okay. Mac puts his hand on Oishin's hand. Oishin's hand. Oishin? Oishin? I fucked it up. Oishin.
Oishin.
Oi! Sheen. I'll put my hand in as well.
I will also touch the magic basketball that has all the powers of the Monstars in it.
Yeah,
hold on. If only one person does it, do we get all the juice?
Oh, I killed them. I stabbed them both in the neck.
No, you won't. We'll not get each other's. Okay. And as you guys go in for reaching in and feeling the magic come back, you can feel it start in your fingers, like a little warm tingle, and goes up your arm and through your body, and you feel like the return of your own magic and something refreshing alongside it, and that strength that you used to have before, that wisdom, or however you felt that being in your body, it feels more clear. It has a section. You feel like it has its own little spot that it didn't really have before. And it feels kind of like a little burning ember in your soul. It's not like a bad thing, but it's kind of like a warm fuzzy.
Familiar with warm fuzzies. Cool.
And throughout the night, I'll tell you guys when you'll feel these levels like start to take hold, but you feel like it's building in your soul.
While that happens, I don't want Oishin to die alone. I can't let, may Saint Angels sing thee to thy rest, sweet prince, but like a little bit.
He still seems to be there after this process.
I don't know how soon it's gonna happen.
I hear you. Don't worry about it. I'm keeping track.
I mean, he didn't give it all back.
Yeah, it's kind of like a slow process, kind of like watering.
Yeah, he kept a little taste.
But like as you let go, like it still feels like your glass is filling, right? You kind of just feel that little magic at your fingertips, which you guys won't know it now, but I would like to give you a feat.
Okay, Dan.
Okay.
The process starts now. It's going to be called God's Messenger. When dawn happens, you guys will have the ability to increase your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma score by 1 to a maximum of 20. You can learn a conjuration cantrip of your choice. And then you will also gain a first level spell that must be from the divination or conjuration school of magic. And I'll give you all the little details of that. It will not take up a spell slot. And once you cast a spell in this way, you can't cast it again until the sunrise. It will not work if you are in a cave underground. You can also cast a spell with your other spell slots, should you have something of the appropriate levels to cast it. And the spell casting ability is increased by this feat. Or is the ability increased by this feat? Yes.
You're gonna toss that into.
So it could be a strength spell.
Oh shit! So I could use deck. It could be a dex modifier.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do it that way.
Holy
but you have to keep
shit.
track of how that spell and cantrip work. You have to keep track. I'm not.
What?
Oh, that's
no,
fine.
but it's not desk. It's intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Those are the three that you can do during with this.
Yeah. Shane and I both.
I thought it was you can increase one of those stats or any stat.
Not any stat, just one of those.
Well, I'll tell you, as a boy with a 19 intelligence, I love this feat. Can I tell you, there's a boy with a 19 intelligence? I love this feat.
I'll put it in box seats.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got this. As a
Yeah,
boy
that's pretty
with
good.
17
What-
wisdom, about to be 18.
It's divination and what for the level 1 spell?
Conjuration.
Conjuration.
Count it.
I just think I meant to point out how much I don't know about D&D because Shane and Dwayne clearly had some knowledge about what was happening that made them OP, and I was like, this sounds pretty good. I was like, thanks, Abon. And they're like, what? Then immediately, I know in their head, they're flipping through the book in their minds, and they're like, oh, I'm about to wreck this whole campaign. And then whatever she said,
No, it's just
stopped it.
now I get to take the tough feat instead of an ASI, so I won't be a squishy. Hooray for me! Like that's all it really means.
I'm even more perceptive.
But this will take effect upon sunrise. Not right now, but sunrise.
That seems very important.
But if I got it ready right now, you wouldn't be mad at me.
As long as it doesn't change anything right now.
I won't use it tonight.
But yeah, hooray for you. You guys get this little
agreed.
bit. I think I plugged it into D&D Beyond for you to take into yours. I don't know how well I've made it, but you know.
You know what? You attempted, and that's what matters.
Better than
Thank you.
nothing.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
You're the
welcome.
best.
Just make sure it's from a divination or conjuration.
Don't you
Or
worry.
for your schools. Because it did not let me pick which school of magic. It just told me pick
This is what you
a
get.
class. And I was like, well, no, it's not a class. I want a school of magic. Thank you.
Makes sense.
But no. But he sits... Oishin, he sits there, tired. And kind of like starts undoing a few of his like armor pieces to like loosen up like the collar, you know, be more comfortable. And you'll see his wings kind of sprout from his back. Take on more of the tattoos and lines that were in his original fairy form start to form on his skin. And he'll take a few things. Actually, no, he'll take one thing out of his bag. Take off his cape. Remove the bag. However, I do think this is the end, and he'll hand you an old warden pin, Mac.
All right. Like you're going to die, and
Yes, that wave of magic means I cannot hold it any longer.
So is this his warden badge?
His warden badge for sure, but when you look at the pin, it is an old iteration of the pins, like from the first warden's wave of pins.
Oh shit.
You can tell by like the look of it, and some of them are displayed in some cases, in some warden
Yeah.
offices.
I would know that from my training and stuff. That
Yeah. This is an old pin. And if you should tell it to turn the lights on or turn it off, it will make a light come around about 15 feet dim, but better than nothing.
Well, thank you.
He'll fold up his little cape, hand it to Axel. This will keep you warm or cool, just comfortable in any weather.
Oh, you're very kind.
It'll be more useful with an old man such as yourself than an old man such as me.
We have to look out for each other.
Well, the weather doesn't get any better. And he'll take his bag. It's simple and plain with a few kind of like elvish design stitchery, but plainer than most, and hand it over to you, Balfour.
I'm gonna grab it in his hands and looking at it.
The magic works in the morning, but you can pull one useful item from it a day. Usually something mundane. But if you need a rope, sometimes it'll give you 50 feet, or if the day is not so great, it might give you a little string about a foot long.
Can I pull anything to save you now?
No. Time doesn't really work that way. Things grow old. I think it's been the one interesting journey that I never thought would have happened to me when I was younger, but now it's strange. I think I understand your mortal lives a bit better. It's interesting.
I think Balfour the Loxodon is just like, he starts like welling up these big tears, and he does he drop the bag? No, I think he takes the bag and he just goes over and he grabs Boy up as daintily as possible, but also like this is the last time he'll see him, and just is like holding him.
I'll be alright, friend. Like, try to give you like some back pats. It's the natural part.
It doesn't make it any less painful.
I too know that. I try to make it better for you, but I'm not sure what I could do.
He'll look back as he's saying that, and then he'll play with a ring, like on his trunk. He's looking for one, and then he finds one, and he says, "I'll put the stories about you here." And you see him like kind of close his eyes and hold that ring, and it glows for just a moment, and then he opens his eyes, and then it like wipes the big old elephant tears from his face, kind of sniffles and takes a step back.
I do like that idea. I don't know how much time I have, but well, let's not spend it crying. Unless you want to, then I won't stop you, but I'll kind of like half smile. I mean, we can chat, we can see if we can catch the sunrise together. I don't know. Haven't really done this part before.
That would be weird.
It would be.
Most people only get one shot at that.
Also true.
I'll stay up with you.
Thank you. I'll enjoy the company. I'll kind of like pat the spot next to him. Though I can't tell you how long I'm going to be able to keep this small for him if the magic's going to be moving along.
Well, I have a riddle for you.
What would that be?
Silver and gold are my family. I'm the little one, even so shiny. If I'm shortened, I hope you won't forget me.
He'll sit and think about it. I, as Abon, try to like think of what my skills at riddle making is.
It's an okay one. Don't worry about it too much, I would say.
Would it be a copper?
It would. It would, in fact. whose periodic name would be See You. So no see you again, friend.
Oh, well, that'd be fun and interesting. I do know ghosts exist, but I don't think I'll come back as a ghost.
All seasons end, but I've always held firm the belief that there's another spring just around the corner. And so far it's worked out. I'm 111 years old.
I think Mac, who is watching everybody else give these somber goodbyes, almost feels obligated and says, well, rest easy. Your watch ends here, but the rest of the wardens will continue on. This is the end of your watch, friend.
He'll do a little smile before it kind of like wibbles. Am I killing off this character again? Yes. And do I have feeling? Yeah.
I keep murdering this man I love. This fictional man that I love. I keep killing him dead.
Yeah. And then he'll crack that smile, and you can definitely tell there are tears in his eyes. And we're like, well, I know I'm passing the torch off to the three of you, so the world should be ever the brighter place. I think after, my she made me start counting, so I think I'm over 6,000 or so years.
Oh, you're still a pup.
Probably. World's still older than that. I don't remember how many years were before then. It'll be good. You guys will do great. Great things.
We'll do our best.
But yeah, I don't know what you guys want to do, but upon every hour, something wildly magical will happen.
I mean, it's hard to sleep with pianos falling, so I'll probably...
Yep. I pre-rolled
probably
some.
never sleep again, actually.
Mm-hmm. I pre-rolled some, and some are for you guys.
Oh, cool.
Maybe about 30 minutes after the weird eyeball things, it seems to fade out, and you'll have vision of one of your eyes.
That whole conversation, I was looking at Ami's eyes. I was seeing the inside of Balfour's pocket.
She's on his shoulder.
Okay, cool.
Words coming out of your mouth. It's a little bit weird and disorienting, but about 30 minutes after, it starts to fade away. You get one eyeball, then the other, and then upon the hour, the world looks a little different. The wave of magic comes out the same, and Oishin kind of holds on to himself, and he grows taller, taking more of his fey form, being about 15 or so feet tall at this point. Less of his armor in his way, and a gentle breeze takes over the area as it centers from the fountain and Oishin outwards, and you feel the unsteadiness of sand beneath your feet, the salt of an ocean air, and where there were trees in the forest, it seems to be the sounds of water as if you're on a beach. The sky looking more like dark purples, past twilight, but not quite nighttime. And you each have a glass in your hand. Except for Balfour, you have a coconut with a straw. You'll have a tall glass, Axel, a little brownish tint to it with ice and a little straw. If you take a little whiff of it, it smells purely alcoholic.
Ah, good.
And Axel.
I'm Axel.
Nope. And Mac. You'll have a drink that seems to fade from the bottom up, red to orange. Also smells pretty alcoholic. Demi has like a little cup in her hand, looks orange. Where Oishin seems to have a water.
It's Sunny D!
I look around and kind of laugh a little bit. Oh goodness. Back to this domain. Well, he'll raise his glass bottoms up.
Mac drinks his.
Oh yes, the faraway plain of Margaritaville.
Well, I had a party once in my domain, back when I was a younger man. Feels right for it to have a party atmosphere come up.
That's where the other gods were born.
There were other ways to get me into a swimsuit, Oi. You didn't have to go through all this trouble.
Wild magic. I can't control what comes up, but
sure,
you know.
Well, that's what you call it, huh?
Maybe we get our beach episode, guys. Here you go.
It's just a physiological response. I can't control it.
Oh, it's probably that drink in hand. I have a thought. If you could change one event from your past, would you change it? And if you did, what would it be and why?
I wouldn't.
There's someone I never got a chance to tell them that I loved them. Balfour, if there's one thing you could change about your life, what would it be?
He'll kind of look down at his feet, kind of almost ashamedly, and he'll look back up and say, I was supposed to make some different choices as the teller of my people, and I seem to have failed because I can't unlock memories that make me. And he'll I don't know how an elfin does air quotes, but like the chosen of the clan to carry on, to tell our story, to let people know we exist, to bring us back to the spiritual ownership we have in this world. I feel like sometimes I should have taken the hard road, but it didn't feel right at the time. And then he'll say the thing they always say, life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. And apparently I've chosen weakness instead.
Perhaps.
I didn't want to take away from your somber moment, but what do you picture Balfour's hands look like?
Dude,
how does he
in an
hold
episode
a mace with an elephant?
I thought the elephant's hands were
He's
kind of
got
more
man
like
hands.
yeah,
They're
they're like
basically-
weird.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
like
man
four
hands,
fingers or
right?
something.
There's three. It's three of them.
I picture three fingers. Yeah,
Yes.
so like Nightcrawler hands.
Yes, exactly. That's what I got.
So maybe he holds like two
like
fingers.
He quotes them,
I
bro.
Thumbs in.
imagine you draw the actual quotation marks with your trunk. Like,
God, imagine what him flipping you off looks like.
do Spock hands and try to air quote with like the Spock thing. That's hard.
well, I don't have Spock hands.
Well-
if you had Spock hands, it'd probably be pretty easy.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe he was born with it.
maybe
it's
he was born
Balfour
with regular hands, and slowly over
Wouldn't
the
air
years.
quotes just be his middle fingers?
Well, he doesn't have middle. Like,
Yeah, he's got
There's
three
only
fingers,
three
so
fingers.
one of them's in the middle, dog. Like
Yeah.
by
See,
definition.
well, I don't know. If I had two
If you have
fingers
three
and a
things in a
thumb,
line, one of them's in the middle. I don't want to tell you.
I mean,
this.
I get that, but
The,
like
the
my
fact that when Shane breaks it down and goes, well, there's three. So one has to be like, welcome to our podcast.
If there was four, there wouldn't be a clean middle, is what I'm
are
saying.
thumbs fingers though? It's my question. I'm with Hoodlum. Are thumbs? They're like out there by them. They're loners, right?
We have to say goodbye to a friend.
If your thumb wasn't a finger, how would this be your middle finger?
It's not your middle finger. There's two. You have two middle fingers if you're counting the four.
No, you don't.
Oh my god.
You got two on this side, and one in the
He
fucking
said if your
middle,
thumb
you
wasn't
idiot.
there, then how would that be your middle? And I said it would not.
Well, don't listen.
wouldn't be.
Don't listen to him.
But he does have three
You do
fingers.
it.
But-
You do your finger thing.
and then
Your hands fall off. Now you don't have hands.
No more hands. They're
Wild
gone
magic,
forever.
wild magic handless spell.
a callback. You have wolf hands.
You have both hands now.
All right. Strength before
Only one
rudeness.
offhand.
Journey before destination. Blah 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 blah.
Oishin will look at you. Like, oh, well, perhaps it was the only path at the time, or maybe the easiest path, but that does not mean the roads simply stop. There isn't there more? Or more you could forge. You can leave the trail. Go off into the woods. Gesture out into the beach. Well, it was the woods. A little shrug.
Slurps up coconut. You're right.
Oh, Long Island, no tea. Holy shit.
At least it's a good time. Me will look at you. Be like, I would not change anything. Because now I have my friend. She'll pat Balfour with one hand gently.
And he looks up as if coming out of that kind of pulls him out of his slump. And he smiles. I don't know. Does he have teeth? I don't know. I guess we'll have to talk about that
He's
later.
definitely got two of them.
There's a
They're big.
middle one. He does have a middle one.
There's at least a middle one.
Two tusks. And then all of his teeth are middle teeth because they're in between his two tusks.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes him happy.
Some thoughts in silence, I suppose. Noishin will look up to answer my own question. If I would change anything, it would be to find out which domino started the effect of the war. Who did it? Which one of them caused the mess we're in now? But nothing I can really do now about it.
Well, joke's on them. You outlived all the bastards.
I did. They each had their own good thing. As
Sure.
annoying as they are.
I meant bastard in more the metaphorical sense.
I understood. No need to explain yourself.
That's all I can do.
He'll grin. Could someone roll me a D100?
Devin, it's your turn.
D100, roll for everyone.
Exactly one. Exactly one. Exactly
It's
one.
50. It's the perfect roll.
Dead
Nothing
center.
happens.
Go home.
Actually, we've been
can play
talking about
anymore?
pianos.
Just the keys fall.
Just a
Several
just a-
tubas.
Several tubas. It's just lots of harps.
A piano's weight of tubas.
Gosh. Boom, 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 boom.
It's just an
They're all
anvil.
being played
It's just
by
Acme
elephants.
on it.
Yeah. As the telltale sign of Oishin kind of releasing magic into the world, or whatever burst of magic that comes from him that goes through you and into everything, the beach scenery will fade and it turns into the forest once more, the nights and sounds of crickets surrounding you, a few birds. And from the pool of water behind you, hundreds of little frogs start jumping out of the water.
I hate it.
And you hear the crickets, the croaks, the ribbits, the everything coming out and start hopping on by. Little things from maybe like the size of a tiny copper to big chunky fat ones maybe the size of a plate, and they start hopping out and just start jumping away.
We're doing plagues now, Oishin. Really?
Don't play with them, you'll get warts.
It's wild magic. I can't control what magic decides to do in that moment. If it decides to create a bunch of little frogs to go elsewhere, then I suppose that is what is happening.
You know, you can do magic with rules, right? You know, like you can have structure and order to it and get the result you wanted.
But that is for those that are learned. The wild magic, there has to be clumps of it somewhere.
You had 6,000 years, Oishin! You could have picked up a book!
Why pick up a book? I prefer it in this state. It's a lot more fun and silly.
That's fair. You got me there. It is much more silly.
I do appreciate those who have gone through to figure out how magic works and to pull out the ones they want exactly from it. Very useful. They did a great job.
I'm just saying you don't wind up with croak again.
I mean, at some point this night, I will croak.
It's like a prophecy.
And maybe the world will end. It will be Armageddon. You're right. You're right.
The world will end if the new god isn't here to hold everything together.
Yeah, we'll find her.
Out, whatever.
Him, them.
Certainly a her. The prophecy foretold her as a daughter.
Fair enough.
How will we know? What will be the sign?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm sure it'll all work out.
Perhaps when all the items come together, they'll, I don't know, glow. Maybe there's a song.
If we think we've found her, we'll reunite the three items.
Oh.
And if it's her, something magical and beautiful will happen. If it's not, we get out of the way before the piano falls.
There's a plan.
What's wild magic? It might be a cow.
It could be a
dinner.
piano's worth of cows. A tuba's worth of cows.
I mean, it could rain flowers. Who knows?
That's not as delicious.
Preferable. That sounds actually pretty fine. Oh God, you're waiting for the cow to just land broken and bloody, and you're trying to scoop up the freaking beef. You fucking monster.
We used everything.
Is everyone gonna eat that? You guys gonna finish that?
Oh shit, why did you make a cow fall from the sky legs first, you fucking whore? You fucking...
He just goes, wild magic. I'm dying.
He just wanted
The next magic surge
tenderize
is just... The next magic surge is just like all the kids get hungry. What? Sorry, can't control it.
Wild magic.
Wild magic.
I'm just a little baby. I don't know how to control my
A
magic.
6,000-year-old baby.
Basically, yeah.
It might be better if you're dead.
Somebody hand me a pillow.
Hold on. Somebody get me a
There's no way
cow.
he's fighting this.
Alright, upon the next hour, the wave goes by again, and Oishin, he seems to kind of like unintentionally like push anybody close out of the way, in the sense of like he grows a bit bigger and takes up more space. You kind of feel like that little bit of squish of like getting a little pushed over as if someone sat too close to you. And he seems to be about 20 or so feet tall now. Definitely around the size of those statues. and you feel that warm tingle of magic, and it sits in your fingertips, and you just have this urge to like point up to the sky.
Then I do that.
I too do that.
As you do that,
I've never denied an urge.
Dude, when I point, it's finger guns.
You got to do your 3.
Dude, you guys.
from your fingertips, you hear a little whistle of a cry, and it goes whoo, and then an explosion as fireworks go up into the sky.
Mac panics because he didn't point up, and so now he's dodging these fireworks.
He was actually picking his nose. No.
It's like, oh shit. That's dangerous. Wild magic.
No, it doesn't seem to. Wild magic. No, it doesn't seem to work if you don't point up.
Oh, okay. I don't point up. Yeah.
You just feel
you
it.
holster
You just
'em.
feel it like sitting there, right?
It's like a
held
sneeze
magic
that never,
smell. Yeah, like
never reaches climax.
It's like a weird
Yeah.
version of edging. All right.
yeah. But you get fireworks in the sky. You get depending on how
See,
long
we
you leave your
busted
hands
fireworks
up there.
up there.
Yeah, it seems like in colors of blues and reds and purples, and as you kind of like go through the motions, you'll see me kind of like jump up and down, kind of joy as her hands kind of like shoot up, and
She's a sparkler.
she's a sparkler. Just little things, and it might be a little loud, and some of the wildlife around kind of settles in.
We've started a fire that the Emerald Forest will not recover from.
It doesn't seem smoky. That's the fun part.
The fire is burning somewhere, but it's a tree that burns and then time resets and it doesn't burn anymore.
It's eternally.
It burns and then
It's an
time
int.
resets.
It's just suffering.
It's just stuck in a
You
eternally.
guys hear the screaming? Weird.
And as you look up, you'll realize it's really dark out, in the sense of like it is the new moon phase of the year. It's the darkest nights. There is no other light besides that of here in the little glade, and the little fireworks that go up every so often. I have another question for you guys. Noishin will ponder.
I'm ready to answer any question.
How do you determine who is worthy of saving and who is not?
It's pretty easy.
I reject the premise.
Everyone's worth saving until they prove that they're not.
You save who you can.
You don't count those that you save, but those that you couldn't.
I concur. Every soul has worth, meaning, value on some level. And everyone is important to someone else.
I mean, not my old roommate Gary the Necromancer.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's somebody's son or daughter, except for Gary.
No, he was born of the abyss.
Made in the lab.
An alchemist
Good to
slab,
know.
for sure.
Thank you for answering. He'll seem content at this. Thoughtful. Can someone roll me a D100?
Guess we're back.
Me.
Yeah, me roll it.
Yeah,
What does
me
she get?
rolls
Me.
it. Mhm.
Me roll.
Me counts as one of my rolls that I have done.
I did one better. I got a 51.
Well, that's one worse, actually. Hold on.
Actually,
True.
you don't know what's wrong.
I
High or
have
low.
a wild magic table. You don't know how it.
Yeah,
It's wild, baby.
Lows
Actually-
only when we're on the road, so that we know there's a low chance of something happening to us that it could be bad. Dwayne, pay attention
Listen.
in session 0. You fucking.
Wild magic is bad. Okay.
I agree. Scares me.
And so as Oishin goes through this next surge of wild magic, he he looks exhausted. He looks tired. That daydream catcher seemed to have been doing the trick for some while, but it does not compare to the exhaustion on this man's face. And from the ground, little leaves start to sprout up. And then you see him kind of like wiggling and wiggling and wiggling, and a little turnip pops up with little arms and little legs. And they're kind of going like with their arms and legs.
Hey.
Why, you look delicious.
That's your baby. That's our new god.
And there's just these little turnips running around.
Anoint him with oils.
This is good. I bet that we could wrap you up and smoke you and enjoy you like a little treat. No, like eat you.
Give it the items. Maybe it'll work. You don't know.
This is the chosen one.
Yeah, I bet he's I bet if we eat him, we're
It's not
divine.
the chosen one. If it does, we worship the turnip.
There are no eyes and no mouths on these things. They're just little arms.
How do they
and
make
little
that
legs
noise that you made?
as they run around
Yeah.
and bump into each other and start like running out of the circle.
We beat your turnip puzzle. You didn't think about
They
that.
communicate psionically.
This is the most haunting thing
but
I've
they
done.
evolved the mechanism by which to communicate with all species. Well, magic's silly.
Psychic damage, man.
Yeah, these little turnip things are just running around, bumping into each other and running out. Yoshi will kind of chuckle at the little things. If you try to give it all the magic items, feel free to.
I'm not doing that.
This is your legacy, Oishin. This is the dynasty you leave behind.
Point to the nose ring. Stored right here. All of this.
And in their hearts. And I point to the turnip things.
I mean, they're rather cute. Don't know what's going on with them.
They're your babies, Oishin. What do you mean? Accept your children or they'll have issues. This is your
He'll
only
go to,
chance.
like-
You're
you
not
see
going
him
to be
go to,
around
like-
for a while.
Pitch one to lift it up, and you just see the little arms and little stick legs wiggling about. I was like, I don't think that
these
one's
turkeys?
sentient. Put it down. No noises.
Oh no, it talked. I heard it too.
He'll giggle. Like, no, I don't.
It was me
don't
doing
have
the voices the whole time behind my head.
Ventriloquist. I'm 111. You don't think I learned a little something cool?
I've been casting message this whole time. Twain is not amused.
No, Mac is not amused. Yeah, it's. You'll look at them all. Like, I don't think they'll do much for anybody here.
I've got a lot of hope rests on their shoulders.
I do
They're
have
the new heroes, the champions. Here's my coin, turnip.
All right,
And my
well,
axe.
thoughts of the turnips.
You're going to be great for the revolution. We always need front soldiers.
Oh yeah, what if we can propagate them? Endless turnip soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, it's, if you think about it, they don't have feelings that we know of.
We'll
crossbreed
them with the devil's thorn or whatever the fuck that was called. And
the
that'll be our
Gloomhaven.
the
Briars.
gloom thorn.
The
We'll take the
Gloomthorn,
gloom
yeah.
thorn, crossbreed them with the gloom thorn, and we'll have the stingy boys, stingy turnip death boys. We'll think of a better name.
We'll have the fairies ride them into battle.
I mean,
Turn up for what
Sounds
is
like-
what they will be.
sounds like excellent little soldiers for the revolution.
And if they die,
So-
they're a great snack.
Don't worry, it won't die with you, Oishin. We'll carry on.
Okay.
La Resistance lives on.
Excellent. I'm glad I can trust the world in your hands.
Parts of it.
Ooh, trust.
little shrug. So what would you create besides little turnip soldiers? Poison turnip soldiers? Wait. You kind of like shrug. To make the world better.
I would create some sort of abominable creature, some sort of large, gentle giant of stone or root that would have only one interest in mind, only one goal, an advocate solely for children. They would protect and care for them.
I, for one, would make a creature that only wanted to eat dragons.
But then you're describing a Tarrasque. Would you like to see a Tarrasque? I have pictures in this book.
Could you have those? Because
That
I
was
think we could end a
imagination.
war or two.
Oh no, we could end lots of stuff.
Oh, the entire world.
Well, we're already doing that. We don't need to go. We don't need to do that twice.
No, we're not ending the world. We're saving it. We're giving it a second chance. A second god, really. Is not.
Mac looks at these turnips. These guys?
We haven't decided yet. We got to put all the items together.
Okay. Balfour.
And you, Balfour.
Endless peanuts.
Oh,
That's the creature you would make? Just a creature made of endless peanuts?
Is that the question? I thought it was whatever we would
Oh,
do.
did he say peanuts?
Endless. Typical Balfour.
Got him.
Was that supposed to choose a creature?
Oh, if you could make a creature.
That was the question? I was just thinking about peanuts.
My God.
It doesn't sound any better that way either.
No, it does not.
It's just like a shambling creature of peanuts that just like instead of like it being
What is
oozed
my
and it leaves
purpose,
some
Father?
trail. It's just a trail of peanuts. And you hear, kill me. Kill me.
Why was I created, Lord? And you just go,
Thanks.
Balfour just follows the trail.
just elephant's mind.
End me, please, Father. Why?
Release me from this torment, Father. I didn't ask to be born. Not like this.
Alright, what would you make Balfour? Just an endless peanut monster.
Oh, no. Give me a second.
We've got the Iron Giant, we've got a Tarrasque, and we've got a peanut monster that hates its own existence.
Seems appropriate.
We would be. You can trust us, Oi. Don't worry about it.
I guess I totally did not hear you say it, Mom. But just like, what would you?
What would you create?
What would you create if you were a creator?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Give me a second to think on it. Let's see.
Peanuts.
I can get it with one word.
I'd create I can't help but think about a giant creature now. This is just something big, something real big, something.
He's back on the peanuts.
No. I would create a shadow being that would stalk those with evil intent and return to them the evil that they pay on others.
I want you to imagine my perfect creature for a moment. Long, skinny, black legs, fancy dress shoes.
Top hat.
A monocle.
In a cane. Listen to these tracks.
That body.
He's got the curves, baby.
Hourglass figure. Peanut figure.
Is anyone else hungry?
Boy, she would nod. Interesting creature.
Which
Do
one?
onto them what they do onto others. Good karma, I suppose. Sounds like a good time.
Oh, so, a creature that feeds on karma and can blend into its environment. Some sort of karma chameleon.
Chameleon.
Excellent.
Could come and go.
Then you guys talk and laugh, right? That's kind of the mood you've set. It is talk and laugh and enjoy the evening. However, as maybe like the last 10 minutes go by, it feels like this glade fills with little fireflies, the sounds of bugs kind of coming back after that firework display, and it starts to brighten up the area. And kind of like hover around, fade in and out around everyone here. And it feels like the darkest and latest part of the night, and when you expect that hourly magic to come by and bring something wild, Oishin will kind of like look up, kind of sigh, and look at the three of you as the little fireflies start to come in closer and tighter around the man, as he kind of like starts to brighten up and glow with magic. His wings kind of more sparkly, kind of shine off in soft little lights that dance around. And he's like, perhaps I won't get to see the new year then. And he gives you a smile, and it feels sudden in the sense of the light overtakes the area. It feels almost blindingly so. And it's like his form starts to disappear as it starts to pillar up and then spread out and explode. His form no longer there, but tons of little lights. Some of them in, normal firefly colors, but others in reds and pinks and greens and all sorts of things as they start to shine and dance wildly, erratically, and twirl in all together as if a whirlwind around you. The breeze and the rush of air swirling and going and then dissipating out into the woods, out into the night, out into the sky, and away from you. The glade, quiet. However, I will need Chainsaw and Dwayne to take off their headphones.
See you, nerds.
As if whispers on the breeze, Balfour, you hear things that feel like they flutter on by very quietly, very much to just you. You'll get the feeling of warmth as if Oshin has come over and gave a little kiss to your forehead. You don't feel like he's there, but it does feel like he's there at the same time, but you don't see him, he's not present. And all around you, you can feel it go from your left to your right, front to back, and it just sounds like Oishin's voice, as well as other voices you don't recognize, as well as some that feel too familiar at the same time, and they'll say words such as life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination, creation is the spark of life, nurture it with every breath you take. Protect those who cannot protect themselves. There will be those out there who you cannot protect. true strength lies not in the absence of weakness, but in the courage to overcome it. And you'll hear things of similar value in words and sentiment just spread around and go, and then the night is just quiet. Thank you, guys. You may now level up to 3.
3! My patience is rewarded.
And this is where we'll end our episode.
Ciao.
Got the Lightning McQueen disease again.
I can't help it.
We're going to be rolling for humanity. We're going to be sending our dollars this month over to the Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue. Really worthwhile organizations. They put a home for these majestic creatures to retire and live out their life in peace, happiness in the valley, man. And who doesn't want that? So let us roll for them now. We have rolled a 5. So 5 more of our dollars heading over to Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue. Let us know what you rolled.
Wow, what an episode. Reminds me of that time that I asked you all to join the Discord so that you could eventually become a Patreon so you could listen to these episodes live. It all comes together. But I do want to thank our patrons for being in here today. Specifically, we've got Hoodlum in here. We've got TastyPasty in here. Zeeb's dropped off, and we've got Nekova in here. I know all of them can't make it all the time, but we do super appreciate you guys. It's really because of your dedication to us and the willingness to throw your hard-earned money our way that we can have such good music put behind it with Ginge, and be able to pay for all the things we do to produce a podcast that you find worthy of listening to. So thank you all very much. And if you want to be a patron, we have several different tiers. If you're like, hey, I want to support, but I don't have that kind of fundage, by all means, throw $1. Just leave it in there, and we'll use it up to help try to keep pumping out material and content for that. And you can go to Patreon in our show notes to be able to do that. Come and join the box seats.
Neko will wait.
They'll be waiting for you.
That was from Neko. She said that was great. It was spot on, Neko. Spot on.
Hope, stars, and wishes.
I don't want to go first.
Wishes. It's summer. I wish that, or summer is approaching. I wish that both my podcasters and all of our listeners have a wonderful summer.
Nice.
I don't remember wishing that. I don't remember wishing that he wasn't going to die. In fact, I remember specifically when he stole my levels. I was like, yeah.
I hope
we can undo this.
Oh, you know what? I hope that the garden we're kind of putting in survives the summer.
Yeah, that's always nice. Some fresh veg. Always
Yeah,
good for
we're trying
everybody.
to yeah, just little green thumb.
Little victory garden.
Trying to work it. Yeah, try it out. See what happens.
Hell yeah, man. I just want to say that it's a really cool thing how repeatedly in this podcast we do deal with themes like death, and how every time that we do, we manage to laugh in the face of it. And I hope that we continue to be that brave.
That relates to my star. As much as a serious topic as it is, I'd like to congratulate my players for going through like hard things such as this topic and making it fun, making it laughable. It brings me joy when we turn sad things good.
Frowns upside down all day long, serving them up, sunny side up. Rhymed up with up again.
Swing and a miss.
It's all right.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Michael Jordan.
Anyway, we love you.
We love you.
We love you.
Boy.
Ta-ta.
Bye. We love you. Bye.
This isn't one of the scripts. This is just TastyPasty talking to you guys directly. Love you, Ging. Love you, Abon. You guys are great. And love the whole Lawful Stupid crew. Big hearts. Keep doing what you're doing.